Greetings everybody and welcome from the not quite so snowy state of Minnesota. My name is Jetfighter93 and today I'm going on another Hearthstone rant. Today I'm going to be talking about the awful card, Shadow Word Horror, which trust me, this card is a horror because it is such a bad card and gives me nightmares. Now, when I first saw this card, I was so excited because I love control and I'm starting to realize I'm more of a mid-range player, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I love control and like Handlock. I love Control Priest. N'Zoth Priest is one of my favorite decks out there right now. Too bad it sucks. But when I saw this, I got really excited because I was like, Priest is gonna be a really good control deck. Because just think of all the aggro decks they're gonna be able to keep down with this card. Then I started thinking for about 5 seconds. Most cards have 3 attack. And if you don't believe me, we'll go to a zoo deck. Alright, so we're going to go over to Warlock here. We're going to switch back to Standard. We're going to go over to Warlock. Well, let's see. What gets by it? Gets by it. 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 We'll probably get by it. Buy it. Buy it. Amazingly gets hit. Buy it. Hit. Doesn't really matter. Buy it. So, I mean, you look at the cards that usually get played. Here, I actually have a... Oh, I do not have a Zoolock deck anymore. But you look at the Zoolock types of decks, and most of the cards have 3 attack. And, I mean, this is like the biggest offender in a Zoolock deck, is this little jerk. Super good. Really good cost. I mean, a little downside, but, and again, here's just some other cards that can get by. He can get by it by turn 4. He's definitely going to be more than that. He gets by it. Gets by it. Gets by it. Potentially what he summons gets by it. Gets by it. Really gets by it. Gets by it. I mean, it's just so many cards in the meta get by Shadow Word Horror. And why am I not in Old Gods anymore? There we go. And that's the problem. Like, this card would have been amazing had it just said, destroy all minions with 3 or less attack. Then it would have been perfect. Then we would have a control format. I honestly believe. If this... You want to come up here? Hold on, guys. I got a cat. And he's meowing at me. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. Oh, there he is. Okay, we're going to slide back in the camera. Anyways, then I believe we would have had a control-oriented... Alright, bye, Dante. We would have had a control-oriented meta instead of this super hyper-aggressive rush your opponent down, die, die, die meta. Which is driving me nuts, by the way. And if it's driving you nuts, switch over to Wild. Wild is so much fun right now. You can get away with so much stupid stuff. And here's what lies the problem. Because right now Blizzard is trying to get so many new players by giving them amazing cards like the Flame Wreathed Faceless for easy. Like, he's a common. That's insane. Like, most minions with attack 7. So let's do attack 7. Oh, that's not how that works. Okay. Well, most minions that have 7 or plus attack. And let's see. So you gotta go over into like the upper 8s, 9s, 7s. 7. Yeah, 7 is pretty much where you have to go to get a minion with over 7 attack. But he's not my rant today. He's gonna be a different day, and he's gonna be a whole episode on his own. But the problem is, Blizzard is giving players such an easy time to get to the aggressive decks. Like, we'll look at Hunter. Common, rare, common, common. I mean, this is the most expensive card that they've got, and this card destroys decks. But, again, that's a different day. So going back to this card, it's just so upsetting that Blizzard almost had a perfect, completely, absolutely perfect answer to all aggression for the next few years. And then they blew it. Like, this card, had it just been a mass Shadow Word Pain for 4 mana, would have stopped so many aggressive decks in their track, and we would probably be seeing a lot, actually we'd probably be seeing a lot more Cthulhu right now, because Cthulhu destroys control decks. He just does. And it's terrible, it sucks, but I mean, what are you really going to do about it? But I mean, we would have seen more of a control-based playstyle. And that really makes me sad and pisses me off. Because like I said before, it's just, we don't get any good control cards anymore. Like, the greatest control card we ever got, or one of the greatest control cards that we ever got, was... there it is. Was Sludge Belcher. Like, this guy was so good. He was so good, and I miss him so much in Standard. Which is why I've been playing a lot of Wild, because I got my buddy back. I got my golden buddy back. He's very pretty. But, I mean, and you just miss good control cards like Loatheb. Actually, no. We miss good control cards like the Death Lord. Right now, I would love to have Death Lord back. For just a little bit. But we didn't get anything in the new set. And that is just frustrating, because we cannot keep up with the aggro decks with our control decks. They just aren't good enough right now. And aggro pisses me off to no end. Nothing hurts more than losing to aggro, in my opinion. I would much rather lose a close-fought game that went on for 15 minutes than lose 7 games in a row to aggro. Because at least the close-fought game, there was something that I know that I could have done to stop it. That I could have fought differently, or played differently, or drawn a specific card at that time, and it would have been over. But right now, if you don't get on the board by turn 2, you lost. Game over. Don't even hope to make a comeback, because you will not. And that sucks. That sucks a lot. And Blizzard, please. Please, please, please. Just, in this upcoming adventure, give us some good adventure cards. Or, not adventure, son of a... give us some good control cards. We miss it. Control players are crying right now, because you just want to get your new players in, and so you're hurting your faithful fans. Please don't sacrifice us for a few new players. That's all I got. If you guys got a card that you'd like to see me rant, or a problem that is happening in the Hearthstone community right now, leave a comment below. Please hit the subscribe button. It is completely free. I think it's always free. Yeah, it's always free. But please hit the subscribe button. It means a lot to me. So, until the next rant. Take care, everybody. Talk to you later.